Oh my god, I look so rough. This is not how I anticipated filming this video today. Did my makeup like so many times today and then I just cried it off. I like looked nice and now I'm in a smash and test romper, which has been like my uniform this year. If you don't own one, I own 3. Yeah, there's been no way to keep makeup on my face today and it's now 9 o'clock at night. Not your typical Vlogmas. I know you're okay with that, so thanks. I am not going to go put concealer on for the zillionth time today. I have tried to film this video multiple times and just turned off the camera. Today has been unexpectedly really hard, and so let's talk about it. Yeah, it's Vlogmas day 9 and it's also the 18-month mark of my husband taking his own life. I made notes a few days ago of what I wanted to talk about. The first thing being, it's still hard. It's frustrating and annoying and makes me angry and disappointing and really upsetting that it's still hard. And I know you're thinking like, oh, it's only been 1.5 years. And yeah, it's only been 1.5 years. But it's been 1.5 years of like the worst 1.5 years I could imagine. Preceded by really hard years. And in the middle of that, my biggest nightmare coming true with Jeremy killing himself. I have been angry a lot lately, really grieving for Thomas and grieving the fact that this is where my life is, being a single parent. Yeah, so this is going to be all over the place. I do have notes and I'll obviously refer to them, but today's been really hard. Oh yeah, and this is the first thing I wrote. I still cry, get angry, confused, disbelieve, miss him. I'm happy it's over, happy that his pain is over. Every emotion, still cry a lot. Sometimes for no known reason. It's just a relief at how truly awful this is. And that's true. Like sometimes I'll catch myself crying and it's a different kind of crying. Like before Jeremy died, I cried every single day in the car for about 2 years. I cried myself to sleep. I cried in the shower. I cried during the morning show when I was on Sun FM. Farm would have to cover for me. It's really hard and not something that many people talk about. Being the supporter of someone who has severe mental health problems. And I don't cry as often now, for sure. But I still do. And I think one reason why I wanted to make this video is because I want you to know that if you're going through a loss or a divorce or an illness or whatever it is, and you also feel like, oh, it's already been 1.5 years, like why am I still upset? You're not alone, because I am too. I'm not like this all the time. In yesterday's vlog, I went to 2 Christmas parties and I could not stop beaming. I was so happy. And I know I'll be happy again tomorrow for sure. I had a dance party today. Like, it's not all this all the time. In fact, it's less this. More happiness, more joy, more gratitude, more calm. But then this hits. And that's what has been eye-opening to me in the last 18 months when it comes to grief, is like, she's a real bitch who comes out of nowhere and she doesn't wait to be invited and she overstays her welcome. And I know she's here for a reason, but sometimes I just don't want her around. But like today I just, you know, we dealt with it. And I really know this is a rambly video. Another 18-month update is I still don't have the answers, and I'm realizing I'm never going to. And I still get asked all the time, like, oh, what did you miss? Like, oh, what should I look for? Like, oh, blah, blah. Like, I don't have those answers for you. And I never will. My advice is, if you know someone who is suffering from mental health, anxiety, depression, PTSD, whatever it is, help them. Get them to get help, and also take care of yourself. And if you are struggling, talk to someone and get help. Think of me and this like sad cry face. This is not the answer. I get asked a lot, like, where, like, DMs on Instagram and Facebook all the time, like, how do you find the energy? How do you find the strength? And like, honestly, I don't know. I wrote down, where do I find the energy and strength? Honestly, most days I have no idea. I've never been so bone tired and then still found the energy to chase Thomas, load the dishwasher, fold the laundry, run my business, and be entertaining on the radio, try and be a good friend, eat some spinach now and then, get a good night's sleep. I mean, everything that you see in my vlogs. Honestly, I think a lot of my energy and strength comes from my parents and my upbringing and how I was raised. It's like a conscious effort every day to take care of my mental health and my well-being. I listen to a lot of self-help books and podcasts and positive things. I don't let myself watch negative shows, listen to negative stuff, angry music, sad things. Like, I just block all that kind of stuff out of my life. And I am determined to not let this define the future for me and Thomas. And it's funny in saying that because I want my like purpose in life to be helping you and to be sharing my story so that you feel comforted, you feel like you're not alone, and that you go after the life that you want. And in seeing me do that, that it's inspiring for you. And in the Mareathoner community, we support each other to do that. I guess I mean, like, I don't want this to define me, in that I don't want to just be a victim who has been handed this. So that is a real like subconscious motivator for me, I think. I grew up with parents who always push for the best life for us, and I'm super grateful to them. And so now I'm doing that for Thomas. He has so many obstacles in his little 7-year-old life that are just super unfair, that even though I struggle being a parent, like today I was not a great parent. There was a lot of Elmo and Mickey. I want what's best for him, and I want the best future for him. And that's, I think, where I get my energy. And I'm hell-bent on having a good home for him, a calm home, a clean home, a minimal home, so he feels comfortable, and that's why I take such good care of myself. It's a big reason is because I'm all he has. I don't mean all he has, like, obviously there's a lot of people in his life, but I'm the only parent. In the 6 months since the 1 year, so since June, I have felt 2 very significant shifts within myself that I like viscerally felt, and have been working diligently on my self-worth, which I didn't realize had really been depleted in the last like previous years, taking care of Jer and Thomas, to no one's fault. Like, it's just how it happened. So learning to set boundaries, learning to listen to my intuition, learning to say no to people, seek out people, have really hard discussions with people, walk away from people. So that's been a huge thing for me, self-worth. And some people closest to me have commented that they can feel that in my videos, which is like such an amazing compliment. I really feel like I lost myself in the couple of years before Jer died. So I'm finding her, and you're seeing me do that. I've heard a lot of people say like, well, it's when you hit rock bottom that then you like find yourself, or oh, you have to like get to the worst part in your life and that's when you know you've like had a shift and had a change, and that's when things start moving up. And I was always like, that sucks. But I can honestly say in the last 6 months I have felt that a couple times over, and I really like cling to those silver linings and am making them happen for myself. I haven't been to therapy since June, and that's the longest break I've taken from therapy since 2014. And every time that I think, ooh, we best have a check-in, I better go in, I am super proud to say that I lean into the skills that I learned in therapy, pivot, and continue. People often say to me, how have you managed to go on and run your business and do YouTube and keynotes and raise Thomas? And honestly, it's because I had been in therapy for years before this happened and then continued after. I know I'm an advocate for therapy, and it's not something I'm ever gonna stop being. It's unbelievable to feel those skills and know them, and they're just part of me now, and that's really empowering. There was a question even today in a Mareathon Facebook group about therapy, and it was like so heartwarming to see. I often think of like, this is such a great reference, but on Gilmore Girls when Luke has his dark day and it's like the anniversary of his dad passing, I really believe in having that dark day. And I did that for so many years with my dad's anniversary of his death and his birthday. Those were always really hard for me. I don't remember these like month anniversaries being difficult, but it's different. Like, to me, this is okay. It's okay for me to have a tough day. It's okay for me to cry, and for us to just sort of like get through the day today rather than trying to just suppress it. I've learned very difficultly to stop chasing people, for sure. And even though that's been really hard, it's good. It's good for sure. And I've leaned into people, and I'm very appreciative of the people in my life who don't judge me for still being upset. Don't judge my grief, don't judge my pain, my behavior when I cancel for parties or when I can't answer the phone because I'm too upset. Super appreciative of the people who have continued to show up for me or answered the phone, or, you know, my text messages when we were the sickest we've ever been last month, like leaving food on my deck and that kind of thing. So I'm definitely better at asking for help, and I'm so grateful to the people who have helped me and Thomas. This is definitely the most like scattered video I've posted, but grief is relentless, and I continue to be surprised at how relentless it is. Like, no matter how much I meditate or spin or try to, like, you know, eat some spinach and get some fresh air and clean my house and make my bed and be a good person, it's still here. And that's okay. It's okay. And I do all of those things, it makes it that much easier for me, and I bounce back quicker, and I find so many pockets of joy in my day. Like I said, even today there was some beautiful ones, like Thomas's swimming lesson. We had a dance party. We played catch. So it's not all doom and gloom, but sometimes it is. And I know a lot of you are hurting, especially this time of year. You're not alone. You don't have to feel that way. And I hope you don't. And if you're not already a member of the Facebook group, there's a link below. We'll welcome you. Even though it's relentless, and even though it's shitty, like there's just no way to, like, other way to say it. It's awful. This situation I am in, awful. Shitty. Like, it just sucks. Like, and there's sometimes, like today, Anne really texted me. She's like, is there anything I can do? I was just like, no, it just sucks. Like, it's just shit. She's like, yeah. That's all it, like, that's all it is, you know? And that's like freeing almost to recognize and to acknowledge. But I am infinitely better than I was 18 months ago on the absolute worst day of my life. And a lot of that is thanks to you. And a lot of that is the work that I'm doing, which is why I like to share it, because I know I'm going to be okay, and not only okay, but we're going to thrive. So thanks for watching. Please lace up, become a marathoner, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.